from an average Steelers fan, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl in the next upcoming year after this playoffs against the Chiefs. Ben Roethlisberger retired, rest in peace, and our defensive coordinator is retired as well. Rest in peace to him. I forget his name. Butler. Now, the Steelers fans are thinking the Steelers' life is over. Mike Tomlin is not going to have a perfect season next year. That is not the case. Unfortunately for that, the Pittsburgh Steelers need a quarterback that can increase the stats and have a good record for the season. Now, I won't expect the Steelers to go on a win streak like they did in 2020. Now, the reason why they lost that game to Washington was because of Baltimore. Baltimore had COVID issues, and it ruined the environment for Pittsburgh. They kept practicing and kind of worn them out. And when they fought Washington in Pittsburgh, lost that. Lost to Buffalo and then Cincinnati. Until they got back on a win streak against the Cloaks with a comeback. And then they lost to the Cleveland Browns twice in Week 17 to the playoffs. And from that point, it was almost like Ben Roethlisberger was going to retire at that point until he came into the 2021 era. He was okay, more than Ben Roethlisberger in the 2021 era, when he came into Week 1 against the Bills, he was okay, and then crumbled to a 1-3 record, got back onto the winning streak record, and then crumbled again. Then with the back and forth of losing and winning, until they finally beat the Browns and the Ravens and went to the playoffs to fight the Chiefs, and then lost again to the playoffs by fighting the Chiefs. The last time the Pittsburgh Steelers got their playoff win was in 2016 against the Bengals. And that was the last time they got their... Actually, no. Yeah, it was against the Bengals and the Chiefs in the 2016 playoffs or whatever. I forget. I don't know. Now, I will show you a clip, but I guess I should. But I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, he deserves to retire. He's been through a lot. He wasn't able to move around the pocket because the offensive line, that was the actual struggle for the Steelers in the process. Oh, another thing, the defensive line as well. The defense was trashed this year. Couldn't stop any runs, any deep passes. They couldn't even stop no slant routes or no short routes. Yes, they did step up in sacks at the time, and interceptions was they're good at doing, but they can't stop the run. Now, against the Cleveland Browns could have actually beaten the Steelers by running the football, which they may get back to doing in the next upcoming season. Another thing about that, now going back to the What did I say again? Alright, going back to the offensive line. The offensive line, they could have tried to see if David DeCastro was able to at least try to do that ankle injury. I think that's what they said in the process. That's why they got rid of him. He was injured and couldn't get him back in at Dream. Which nothing that they can do. They trade Bum Debris for some reason. Mike Hilton. And now look at them. They got to rebuild the team again. Now coming into this year, I know all Steelers fans were expecting the Steelers to get back into the winning days, which they did in week 1. Week 2, we were expecting them to, win against the Raiders, because the Raiders have been all over the Steelers for the past couple of years. And in the 2021 era, unfortunately. Now, we didn't expect a loss for the Bengals twice this year. We did not expect that. We were expecting, Ben Roethlisberger to be Ben Roethlisberger. But in the process, the offensive line wasn't up to the challenges that they were going up against, which is the teams like the Packers, the Chiefs, the Vikings. Who else did they play? The Seahawks. They let them down. Actually, no. It was the defense. The defense could not do anything. Basically, I really hope they get rid of some, or try to work something out with these players in the process. I think these players are really good, but the offensive line, the defensive line has to get more better. Now, Joe Hayden, I think we might need to trade Joe Hayden. Minka Fitzpatrick can stay. TJ Watt obviously can stay. Who else? I guess the rest of the couple Steelers players can stay. But right now, the Steelers need to find another defensive coordinator if they have one. So, yeah. Now, a new quarterback solution. Now, Steelers fans, this is what's questioning Steelers fans. Who's going to be the quarterback? How are they going to do with this quarterback? Well, that's kind of not really a big issue because they have about 3 quarterbacks. Yeah, 3 quarterbacks. They just need go get another one. That's all. Now, I prefer them to play Mason Rudolph. Number 2 quarterback, if you guys don't really know who this guy is. The one that stuck up for Ben Roethlisberger when he got injured in 2019. And missed the whole entire season, but except for 2 games. Yes. So fortunately, they're either going to start Haskins or Mason Rudolph. Joshua Dobbs is out of the question. He should be out of the question. Well, I guess he is in the process. But I do want them to start Mason Rudolph. I'm kind of like a little fan of him in the process. He's kind of like a Ben Roethlisberger, the second version of Ben Roethlisberger. I can see him winning some games in the process, and yes, he may lose some games in the process, which we all may, have to suffer, us Steelers fans. But I do think he can win us to 8-8 record again, like we did in the process. Now the Steelers with Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger has done terrific stuff in the process. Now to Mason Rudolph. The only team Mason Rudolph has never beaten was the Browns. Well, the Ravens. The Browns and the Ravens is the only team Mason Rudolph has never beaten. Mason Rudolph has beaten the Bengals. Just about, yeah, he has beaten the Bengals. He has not really beaten Baltimore or Cleveland, so that's something that we're going to have Mace suffered as Steelers fans as a loss to Cleveland. Now let's talk about Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, I don't think he's a good quarterback. I think they need to trade him. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I don't really trust him being a quarterback in the process. For one reason. I don't think not saying he's a bad quarterback. I just don't trust him being a quarterback in the process. Now, I heard that he is not really much inactive with deep balls, deep long shots down the field. So, kind of reminds me of Jalen Hurts on the Eagles, and I'm also an Eagles fan as well, just to let y'all fans know. But in the process, Dwayne Haskins, I don't think should start. Okay, Dwayne Haskins started for the Steelers for Week 1, whoever the Steelers are going to play for Week 1 in the 2022 season era. Dwayne Haskins is probably going to give us Steelers fans to an 0-4 start, while Mason Rudolph, on the other hand, I can see Mason Rudolph taking us to a 2-0 record, and yes, the Steelers may lose and stuff, but I can see that happening in my vision and point of view. Now, since I mentioned Jalen Hurts on the Eagles, I think they need to trade him as well, or work something out of what's going on with that offensive group and defensive group. That they're okay, it's just Jalen Hurts. I don't know how or what's going on with his throwing accuracy. He can't really function of throwing a deep ball down the field like Aaron Rodgers or Roethlisberger or Tom Brady. It's like he can slam in some short routes and stuff. That's good, but can't harness throwing a deep route down the field. Now, suppose that we was in a situation that we need like a deep long ball. He won't be able to do so because I don't know. It's in the pocket. Well, I guess that's the problem in the process. He's in the pocket too long, and he's coming back to the receivers too late. Like y'all saw, y'all Eagles fans, I am an Eagles fan as well, and watching him in the wild card against the Buccaneers, it disappointed me. Couldn't really get anything in the process. 15 points to 31. Now, obviously, it's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. Of course he's going to win. But we could at least put up a good fight. Now, the Eagles team was actually an okay team. Despite the fact that they lost against the Buccaneers. Not really good in the process. Not good in the process. Now, Nick Foles was playing on the Eagles, which I wish they stopped showing. Well, I wish they stopped trading Foles to different teams. I think that's another reason why Nick Foles did not want to come back onto the Eagles. Because if Nick Foles come back onto the Eagles, they want to trade him back to another team. Like they did a couple times. He came back in 2017. They traded him in 2019 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they traded him to the Bears. And he's still on the Bears. The Eagles have not had like a franchise quarterback like the Steelers. Like Ben Roethlisberger, he came in 2004, stayed on the Steelers until this year. Well, the 2021 to this year, 2022. Came a long way. The Eagles had Carson Wentz from 2017 to 2020. That shows to show that the Eagles have not never had a long-time franchise quarterback in years. In the process, because I keep getting rid of him. Nick Foles could have been one. Got rid of him. Michael Vick was supposed to be that guy in the process. Got rid of him too. I didn't really think Michael Vick was that type of a quarterback that will lead the Eagles to like the postseasons and stuff. I didn't really think he was that guy in the process. I mean, Jalen Hurts, I guess we can give him another shot. If things doesn't work out, then they gotta trade him. I really think Gardner Minshew should start too in the process. But we're gonna stick to Jalen Hurts as usual. It's what the Eagles do. It's the Eagles. Now, the Steelers, for their process, I think they should start Mason Rudolph. And I guess try to like see if Dwayne Haskins can, try to put into good use. But first we gotta like see them play in preseason and then give them a shot to see if they can lead that group, that Steelers nation, to another postseason, which probably ain't gonna happen in 4 years, I guess. So yes, like I said when I first started this video, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl in these next upcoming years until we get this, until the Steelers nation get the offensive line and the defensive line under control. Then they can't stop the run. They can't stop the run. None that I can't really do. Now, I should show. Yes, let me reveal one of Ben Roethlisberger's best pass of the season.
Snell hasn't seen a ton of time. That was just his 16th offensive snap this year. Now Roethlisberger's going.
That was one of his best passes of the season. Now, I'm going to stop this. And your host, Giant Number 1, is out.